what's up?
Never gonna stop now, baby.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while. We'll start by saying welcome to the house that is mad. You are now mad by default, by proxy, because you be watching my mug on this here YouTubes. I'm going to get the housekeeping out of the way. I've made a list so I can get this over with as soon as possible. You're welcome. Okay, so all the things that help my channel are as follows. Subscribe if you're not. If you like what I'm doing around here and you think that you sort of gravitate towards this kind of crazy train, then subscribe. Smash that subscribe button down below. And liking, thumbs upping these things, they help too. And also commenting. All those things help with the algorithm. It does, really, truly, it really does. Also, if you like being nosy like me, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. Now you can choose how you want to get these notifications, but if you want to be truly nosy in this house that is mad, click on the bell that tells you whenever I upload a video. Invariably, I will tell you if I'm not going to, but for the most part, click that bell for all notifications and you will find out exactly when I upload a video. You'll be first in the know. There are ways that you can support me. And yep, I'm here again, needing a little extra support. There's PayPal. I've started a new little fundraiser. There's Buy Me a Coffee, which is just stationary, just stays there. All those links are in the description box below. All right? No obligation, but we've got a few extra expenses that have cropped up in the last couple of weeks. And I'm just basically, I can only ask. No obligation, but I can only ask for help if I need it, right? I do have a question for you though, and it's regarding merch. If that is something you'd be interested in, I could set it up. Like, you know, I'm going to do a poll later on in the week, I'm thinking, on the sort of merch that you would like to see. But for now, what I'd like to do is just get a feel. If you could comment below, would merch be something that you'd be interested in? Because, you know, we've got the welcome to the house that is mad catchphrase. We've got, let me see, what else have we got? You are loved, you are appreciated, and you are enough. Hey, come on now. I can see that on a t-shirt. I can see that on a mug. I'm just saying. And also this whole, you know, protect your peace, don't take any crap, and be kind to yourself. I'm just saying. So if merch is something that you'd be interested in, comment below. Let me know what your feelings are on that, okay? So let's get into the video. I have here a little folder. You're probably wondering, oh, she's been to a physio. Yes, I have. I can now tell you what I don't have. Can confirm it is not, repeat, not BPPV or any derivative of that. So, now I know why the Epley maneuver wasn't working and wasn't helping. It's because that's not what I've got. Sarah, do forgive me if I come across some clinical terms and I struggle to get through it. Okay, so current symptoms, dizziness. Why is it important to reduce these symptoms now? I wrote quality of life because come on, folks. Right? Mobility is reduced because I feel unstable. And I've always said it feels like I'm on a stationary boat that's docked and it feels like, you know, it's always rocking. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. Posture issues. They've said thoracic kyphosis. Forgot to look that one up. But if that basically means I'm buggered, then correct. Let me see. What else? Neural symptoms, nil. Soft tissue, spasm, painful and tight the strength is painful and obviously it is. Provisional diagnosis. Okay, stand by, folks. This is a difficult word for me to get out. Cervicogenic dizziness. It's all in the neck. And the eyesight is not helping either. So they have recommended dry needling, joint mobilization, soft tissue release, which they have been doing with massage, laser, specific exercises. But there's some on here they haven't actually recommended, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm curious. Like, I've always wanted to try, where is it now? Oh golly, the needles thing. You know what I mean. Sorry, I'm trying to make English my first language today. not working too well, is it? So it is cervicogenic dizziness, because as the physio said, that BPPV is specifically, the room is literally spinning. I don't have that. It just feels like I'm constantly rocking on a boat, and it nonetheless still disturbing. But it's neck issues. Everything is really tight in the neck. And eyesight. So, hence the extra expenses, you know, because when you go to these places, you spend at least 2 or 3 weeks going for intensive, and it's massage, it's not chiropractic. I could not handle bone crunching. I'm like, heck no. So basically they're doing some massage on the neck area and underneath the back of the skull to help release that. Just at the top here, oh, she found a knot. Well, you'd say it was a knot, but it was like, yeah, it is getting slightly better. But one of the things that I've noticed that makes it better, remember early on I noticed some differences in my long distance. Yeah, apparently that's a thing, because I cannot use my long distance glasses anymore. My vision long distance is actually not too bad. And when I stop myself from wearing, these are my short distance, right, you know, nearsighted, I'm stopping myself because my husband sits over there, and when I talk to him, I've been looking through these. So I've been making a point of taking these off when I'm talking to somebody that's sitting there, or when I'm looking inside the house, and also when I'm walking to go to the other side of the house. That has made it feel better. It's less, but I'm still rocking. Rock the boat, baby. But yeah, there's still a bit of that ocean feeling. So I do have some notes. Gotta have notes. So basically, yeah, we're looking at neck and eyes that are causing a problem. Although I have actually come to a little bit of a conclusion regarding how I'm going to go forward with the treatment of this damn thing. I might do a video about that for Friday. I don't know yet. I might. It depends on what I find out tomorrow. But I am just wondering, because I have been talking an awful lot around here about the cortisol levels being off the chart. And I'm just wondering how much of this stress, if you like, raising the cortisol levels and the chemical imbalance of the brain is just, it's not helping me. So I'm also thinking, well, that's great. If the body's not going to heal as effectively as it should, then I need to do something else before I think about massage, if that makes any sense. I did do a video a long time ago about a chiropractic thing that I did, genetics, spelt with a J, okay? Like I said, it's a little bit more involved, and skipping over the intricacies of that kind of method is a video in and of itself. So I might leave that for a separate video. but it requires me to do a little bit more digging, because I really do believe, because I've had that kind of treatment before and it just works. So, you get subjected to external stresses, which is like, breaking a bone or something like that. Then you've got the emotional stress, internal stress, and all of those things can eventually just have the two sides of the brain doing this. And when the brain is doing that, it can barely cope with anything. So, I need the brain to be working the way it should be working, as in properly. So the other thing that we've got to address also is that I was using like 3 pillows, which obviously is going to stress the neck. I've actually reduced it to 1 pillow. But the thing is, and I've actually got my husband to take an extra photograph today. I'll just pop it over here or over there. As you can see, I do lie on my back, okay? But as you can see, for somebody like me who's got the caboose happening for them and the back rules happening for them, lying flat's a bit of a challenge. Especially when you've got that small in the back, because the belly's pulling everything out of whack. Lying flat for me is a challenge. It just is. And I don't sleep on my side. I can't. I just can't. I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. It's just not going to happen, folks. So I have to find a way of sleeping that supports the neck, but doesn't overextend it. It's got to be relaxed. I know. I'm funny today, aren't I? I'm so funny. Me relaxed. So yeah, we're down to sort of like 2 pillows, which is, it seems to be working well. I've got to be careful at this point in time as to how flat I do lie, because the flatter I lie, it puts the apron, the belly, stresses that back, and then I get the back pain. No. I found myself today feeling a little bit sort of almost defeated, almost. But before we get into that, why don't we just cue the montage with warts and all? You want to know what inflammation looks like? I'm about to show you. Yes. Now, the thing is, if you are the sort of person that skips to just the montage, you're missing a lot of context, because this journey is not about just the success. It is about the setbacks as well. And that was where I found myself this morning. I had a choice. I had a choice to either not report how much I've put on or give you the warts and all. I decided warts and all because you guys, if you are still researching this lifestyle, you need to know that you're going to come across some moments where you're like, what am I doing to myself? Why am I putting myself through this? Because it is ultimately a healing diet, and it's the ultimate elimination diet. But I am inflamed because I just think there is way too much stress coursing through my veins. I really do believe that. I don't think it's the food. I think it is the cortisol that is stuffing me up. And it's basically, I'm shooting myself in my own foot. I'm still doing the thing, still eating the meat. But, there's only so much the meat can do. And that way improves it. I'm dreadfully inflamed. But it's not physically, there's no extra, body pains and aches, if you like. It's just a general sort of, I don't feel right mentally. I don't feel right because of the cortisol. I feel consistently stressed. Hence why leaning towards the genetics. I mean, this morning I'm like, oh, what did I write down? I'll read you exactly what I wrote down. There you go. Stand by. Question. Do you ever feel on this lifestyle that you spend your time eating meat and navigating endless problems of this healing process? All in favour? Aye. That's how I felt. Not gonna lie. This year, for various medical reasons, it has been crap. It has been crap. But I am going to insert another little photy for you. Little photy for you. Because in the midst of all the crap that can go wrong, you'll get little signs. Little signs. You see me sitting there in the physio place waiting. You will notice that there is a little measurement on the seat. I did that because I was actually quite surprised because I took one look at those kind of bucket seats. I call them bucket seats. And I thought, here we go. This isn't going to go well. I'm going to go sit down and go, oh, no, bum don't fit. But I sat down. I went, oh. So I went to sit down. I thought, well, there's only one way of finding out. Went to sit down. I kept going down, sitting down. And then eventually my caboose found the bottom of the chair. I'm like, oh, is it ideal? No. Can I fit in the chair? Yes. So there was the empty seat next to me. So I got my walking stick and actually did a gauge on the walking stick. I thought, when I get home, I'm going to measure that width. Now, why would I do that? Yes, inquiring minds would like to know. The first person to see that photograph, of course, was Adrian, who then quickly called up QPAC to find out the width of the seats at the Lyric Theatre for when I go to see Verdi's Requiem later in the year. I'm probably only about 2.5, maybe 3 centimetres off being able to sit in those seats. So, for all my bitching, whinging and complaining, I'm like, oh my God, the meat's driving me crazy. Like I said, in the midst of all that despair, you can find little clues that the universe sends you that you're on the right track. Is it easy? No. It is not for the faint of heart. It will rock you to your core. If you're looking for a simple, quick fix, move along, because this ain't it. This just isn't it. Excuse the noise in the background. My son is making some kind of a milkshake. I ain't saying nothing. But yes, this lifestyle demands of you the kind of tenacity I've actually sat here and gone, what am I doing to myself here? What am I doing? Why don't I just do shakes for a few weeks? Just follow me for a minute. And then you look at the ingredients of all these shakes, right? And because you've learnt as much as you have about various things that you just should stay well clear of, a good deal of these shakes, you know, fava bean protein powder and this, that, and the other, that you shouldn't even touch with a 10-foot pole, I'm just saying. They're filled with absolute rubbish. So then you go, okay, so not those. Right, and not to say that they have maltodextrin, a lot of maltodextrin. Even these cordials, keto friendly. And then you look at the ingredients, and it's like maltodextrin. Bye. Toodles. No, that's just not happening. So then you think to yourself, okay, well, okay, what did there's a website that I used to go to quite a bit, ruled.me. Okay, and they've got a lot of keto friendly recipes, and they're spectacular. Some of them are fantastic. When I was on a ketogenic diet years ago, I made a good deal of those. And I mean, his recipes now, he's got so many now, it's ridiculous. So I looked up the ingredients for the breakfast shake that he has. And of course, I'm like, yep, that's fine. I could have that. Yep, I could have that. Flaxseed meal, flaxseed flour, whatever. Prolonged use of that stuff is practically poison by what I've read in this journey of mine. So it's like, well, fine. And, you know, one almond milk or oat milk. I'm like, no, that's not happening. So, you know, because I mean, almond milk, no, I don't mind it. I don't mind almond milk. I never did. It has a sort of like obviously a nutty flavour. It adds a little bit of a different flavour to your coffee. I've had it in the past. But, you know, you sort of, when you're on this lifestyle, the carnivore lifestyle, you are right smack in the centre of, I'm too far in to go back, and the only way is forward. And it does your head in sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, it does your head in. It will. It will drive you mad. I don't know what to tell you except just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You know, I've had my husband say, look, you know, if you get any pain from this physio, just stay in bed and rest. I'm like, no. The first night after that first appointment, I removed all but one pillow and I woke up with the most monumental back pain, reminiscent of the back pain I used to live with. And I still got up. I still stood on 2 feet and hobbled to the bathroom because I'm like, no, I am not lying in bed all day just because of a sore back. It's not that bad that I need to, so I'm not gonna. Honestly, this lifestyle will test you right down to your toes. And like I said, if you're looking for a quick fix, the clue's in the name, lifestyle. It's going to test you. It really will. So look, without much further ado, I think I've rambled on enough for one day. I do hope that you're all well. I will aim to do a video for you for Friday. I'll do my best. It just depends on what information I get tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'd like you to be kind to those around you. Protect your peace. Don't take any crap. And be kind to yourself. You are loved, you are appreciated, and you are enough. Until next time, folks. Mwah.
Yeah.